Hi, and welcome to Talk to Tina Tuesdays. This month of May, I am speaking to various professionals and about mental health awareness. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and today I have my guest and good friend Angie Sanchez. She is the owner of AAA Pet Care, and we are going to talk about pets and mental health. Hi, Angie. How are you?
Hey Tina, I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. All right. Why don't you just tell us a little bit? I've known you for a long time and I know that you have a love for pets. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your love of pets and how you came to have your business of AAA Pet Care?
Okay, well, yeah, my entire life I've loved animals ever since I was a little girl. I was the one out saving all the little animals that were lost or hurt and squirrels and all kinds of little mice. I was always bringing home something and my mom was like, "What is that?" But yeah, so I just ended up working for the state of Illinois taking care of human beings instead of animals. And I'm close to retirement. So I started thinking I want to spend the rest, of my time doing something that I've always really, really loved to do, which is take care of animals. So I decided I was going to start a business doing what I love to do.
Okay.
Not that I don't mind caring for humans. I love that too, but it's just I get a little more joy from animals.
Okay.
So yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, so tell us about what your services are in your business, and then we'll speak more on how pets pertain to mental health.
Okay. So um the services that I offer are in-home pet care. So if someone goes on vacation or is at work for a extra long day and they want someone to come in and let their pets out, that's what I would do. I would go in and I could feed their animals, let them out, take them for a walk. It doesn't have to be a dog or it could be a cat or a lizard or a bird. It doesn't matter what kind of animal because I care for all of them. And yeah, that's I also do, like I said, the dog walking. And I even have a pooper scooper service. So if they want to pay me to clean their yard up, I'll do it.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. That brings to mind a question. I know you are fairly new in your business, but you're not new in caring for pets. I was just curious, what is has been the I don't know, oddest, strangest, most peculiar your experience you've had in caring for pets, whether it's been your own or friends or family. What would you say? Because I know you
Mm,
have no problem with snakes and everything. So just like what?
I know. I'm like, boy, that's a lot of experiences to pick one out. Oh man, you said the
The oddest,
craziest, the
yeah,
odd.
odd or strange. Well, what
Okay, well, I
people?
have a cute story.
Okay,
So
okay.
I used to own rats,
Hmm.
and I had three of them, and they were brothers, and they lived together. I had them caged together, and I used to let them out all the time. So me and my girlfriend were like sitting on the floor playing with the rats. They're like little puppies. People are
Oh,
like,
wow.
little rats, but they're very friendly. They want to play and they love to be petted and rubbed and all that good stuff. But anyway, so my
I cannot
girlfriend
picture
was
that. Not to interrupt you, but I cannot picture that with rats. With gerbils, I think I can see it. With guinea pigs, maybe, but with rats, oh my goodness. Okay,
and
all right, go ahead. Go ahead.
it's weird because like the gerbils, they don't want to be petted. They're more of a like you just take care of them and they stay in the cage and you try to pick them up, they jump out of your hand and it's like, oh my God. But the rats actually want to spend time with you. It is strange. You wouldn't think that, but they do. So anyway, my girlfriend was smoking and she had a pack of cigarettes on the floor and a pack of matches. So we're just talking and here comes one of my rats, and he grabs the pack of cigarettes and drags them over under the radiator. And we're laughing. We're like, oh, yeah, he's going to go have a smoke, you know. Then he comes back and he gets the matches. It takes the matches. We laughed so hard. We couldn't believe that he came back and got the matches. Like he really was going to go have a smoke. And
He's like, wait a minute, I need these.
right. He's like, oh, I forgot. I forgot. Let me grab these matches real quick. It was really hilarious.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Um, and the area that you service, I know you're in the south suburbs. What area do you serve?
Um, well, I live in Chicago Heights, so I try to keep my service area within 30 minutes of where I live.
Okay. Okay. All right. So what have you encountered or learned or experienced as far as it pertains to pets and mental health? In your working with the humans for the state, have they ever brought in animals or anything to help with the people? I don't know. I don't know if they've done that, or even if people, your coworkers or anybody, has anybody brought in their own pet to
Yeah,
kind of brighten the days of the residents there.
yeah, actually, my dog, Riso, I wanted him to be a therapy pet for a really long time, but you had to pay for all this training and get all these certificates and all this other stuff. So I didn't end up actually getting that done officially, but I used to bring him to work with me sometimes. And it was amazing how the individuals would just light up.
Mm,
They, even the ones that weren't verbal, they knew that that was a dog and they wanted to pet it and spend time with them. And one of my individuals, he was hard to manage. He spent a lot of time running through the house screaming and hollering. That was his thing. But when I brought Riso to work, he sat down on the couch and he said, doggy. And Riso jumped in his lap and he petted him so nice and so calm. And you could see the change in him. Like he loved it. He had a huge smile on his face. And, it was it brought me joy to see the joy that my dog was bringing to the individuals that I take care of. So yeah,
mm.
that was a really nice experience.
And you care for adults who have developmental delays. Nowadays, they'll probably have a specific diagnosis, but I know over the years, previously they would sometimes just give them a general diagnosis of developmental delay or pervasive
Disability.
developmental delay or something like that. Yeah. So
Right,
those are the kind of clients that you service. And so, like you said, even, some of them were nonverbal, so they couldn't say much or what have you, but to recognize an animal and that animal being a friendly animal and for them to be happy about it, that right there indicates amazing to me because you have these adults who don't have the cognitive abilities to say,
right,
oh, I'm stressed, I'm depressed, I'm anxious, I'm this, I'm that, this is going on with my mental health today, whatever. And but
right.
they do enough to see that here's a lovely animal and for it to brighten them up. I think that's terrific. That's really special. So
Yeah.
what else have you learned or researched or experienced as far as it pertains to pets and mental health?
Um, well, I another thing I did with my dog was take him to a nursing home to visit some of the patients with me.
Mm.
And it was the same reaction, the happiness, the smiles, and, just so happy to see him and spend time with him and, just lifting the spirits of the people who were just, sitting in their rooms quietly and, maybe watching TV or something, but it was just a complete change when they saw the dog and got to spend time with them.
Oh, see, now that's a whole nother population right there, and it speaks
The
to how
elderly.
animals can help people. So in that instance, it's a nursing home, so there were elderly people,
Yes.
and what about, so say for instance, their mobility and stuff. Did you find that they wanted to move more because there's an animal there, or they prefer to just hold the animal and pet the animal? Did you see any difference in behavior in that regard?
Yeah, they definitely were moving more. They
Mhm.
were reaching for to pet the dog. You know, some of them got up out of their seats to come see. Yeah, it definitely added to, their mobility and exercise. They wanted to move around when they saw the dog. And then when they couldn't, he was such a good lap dog, he would just jump up and sit in their lap and let them pet him.
Hmm. See, so I just want the people that are viewing this video to recognize, I'm sure a lot of people may already be a pet owner, but to also even just recognize how pets can be beneficial, not only for your physical mobility, but again, for your mental health as well. Now, it was like a couple of years ago. I haven't looked into it lately myself, but I'm the type to like to pet a pet from afar. I'll come and pet a little bit and then I'll go home or what have you. So, but I like dogs, and I have no problem with them or anything. And it was a while ago I even looked into it, and there were apps that would bring the pet to you. It may have been a dog, it may have been a cat. They'll bring the pet to you, and for you to have time to interact and with the pet and what have you, and then they would come and take the pet back, which was perfect for me. I never did utilize it, but I was like, what? I don't have to clean up anything. I don't have to walk anything.
Yeah, that's a really great idea. I didn't even know they did that. That's
Oh yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I looked into it a few years ago, and I had just thought about it again yesterday, and but I didn't look into it yesterday. And when I looked into it a few years ago, it was before the pandemic. So
Mm,
that service was already available then on a few apps. So I would imagine it would be pretty popular now, I would assume, post pandemic and everything. So yeah, just for you to know, and for people who would be viewing this video, check into it. I ran across about 3 or 4 apps at the time that
mm,
mentioned it, and it was also like an article I ran across that talked about it too. So yeah. Yeah. It's like for
that's
rent a
pretty
pet.
cool.
I'm like, that would be right up my alley because they don't come potty trained. Because I always say if I could get a dog that'll use the toilet, that'll be great. I can do that. That's the kind of pet I
Yeah.
can deal with. So okay.
Mm.
Anything else you'd like to share or inform us about?
Well, when you told me we were going to do this interview, I kind of did a little Googling and
You
I
got to
found
Google
a,
it.
yeah, right. I found a survey done by the American Veterinary Medical Association. And they talked about there's so many different ways now they use animals to help people. They've got emotional support animals, and that's just like a pet that someone has to help them with their anxiety or, depression. Um, and these things people can have them and they can get them certified, and that way they can keep the pet in a apartment, say, that wouldn't normally allow pets and that
Okay.
type of thing. Yeah. Then there's therapy animals, and then there's service animals. The therapy animals, they participate in a range of animal assisted interventions, activities, or therapy that would be used to help a person, again, that's suffering with anxiety or depression or other issues. And service animals help disabilities, people that have seizures or, blind, cannot see, the dogs help them. There's just so many different things that animals can do to help people mentally and physically. It's pretty
Mhm.
amazing.
Animals are terrific in a lot of respects, and it used to be that the only ones that I was familiar with was the service animals. Um, um, and I always thought that was neat if I saw on a news show or something where the animal could feel or predict when the seizure was coming, or if
Hmm.
the person had diabetes and their sugar was low or high or
Yeah,
whatever, it was, and then the animal could let the person know to do whatever
right.
for their medicine before they, they fell out or what have you. So for them to be able to just recognize that in and of itself is just awesome. um and then
Yeah.
the emotional support animals, I know a lot of people will try to pass their animals off as emotional support. I don't know if it's true or not, but this comedian, Sebastian Maniscalco, I like him. And he was talking about a lady was trying to get on the airplane with an ostrich, which was supposed to be her emotional
Ooh,
support animal. Yeah, I don't know if it's true, but it was funny. It was funny. I like him. So,
it is
he was
funny.
walking around with this big ostrich, but I never looked into it. I mean, he did his job. He made me laugh. So, but I know a lot of people will have or try to have emotional support animals, and will try to get them in places that only perhaps the therapy animal is supposed to go in, or what have you.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I just think a lot of instances animals are great, and for them to be able to help people in regards to their physicality and their mental health, I think is absolutely wonderful. I think it's wonderful what you're doing. You started your business as your that what's going to be your second act, I guess. I don't know, what people call it, but how would people get in contact with you if they're in that area and would like to utilize your service?
Okay, so I can be reached on Facebook at AAA Pet Care. It's facebook.com/ AAA Pet Care. My phone number, I can be reached at 708 And yeah, so, give me a call and
Can you
book.
repeat the phone number again?
Oh, sorry. It's 708-669-4768.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and my email is AAA Incorporated and the number 2 at gmail.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. So, and what generally is your schedule for doing this service?
Well, I still work full time, Mondays through Fridays. Mostly in the evening and on the weekends.
Okay.
And if somebody lives close by, I can take my break and go let a dog out. That's not a problem if they're close.
Okay.
So,
And you offer vacation service as well? So like if the family's gonna be gone for a few days?
oh yeah, they can hire me to come anywhere between 1 to 3 times a day. If they want me to spend the night or stay longer, that can also be worked out. It's flexible.
Okay, wonderful,
Mhm.
wonderful. All right. Well, I can't think of any other questions. I really appreciate your contribution to this Talk to Tina Tuesdays in regards to pets and mental health. And I'm sure your clients already appreciate the wonderful work you're doing with their animals. And I wish you continued success in doing this, because I can even see that this can graduate to you providing the therapy animals to
Mhm.
different places and stuff. You just think bigger.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get on one of those apps now that I know about them.
There you go. There you go. You could do
Right.
that. Yes, most definitely. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Angie Sanchez, for joining me and sharing with me today. And I wish you the best in all that you do. And you take care.
Thank you so much. You
All
take
righty.
care as well.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.